Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man, playing Revel Red once again, and we are playing against Angel Pod. We have won the role, and let's get underway. So here's our opener. We've got Guide, Fork Bolt, Eidolon, and a Lightning Bolt. Seems pretty nice. Definitely going to keep this. Going to lead off with a Copperline Gorge and a Goblin Guide. Our opponent draws into a Gavany Township off our guide. But no turn 1 play, and has to discard. Draws another Gavany Township off our Goblin Guide attack. We're going to be able to take him down to 16. Then drop the Eidolon. Opponent fetches up a basic swamp, and then a basic forest. Abrupt decays the Eidolon, taking 2 damage in the process. And obviously not being able to play anything else for the turn. There's another abrupt decay off the top from the Goblin Guide. I'm going to attack, see if he wants to use this abrupt decay. As it does. And reveal Spell Scout on the top, which isn't ideal. I'm going to Fork Bolt my opponent now, and I was tempted to use the other Fork Bolt, but I thought maybe it'd be useful later, but I think maybe, yeah, thinking about it, I probably should have just used all the Fork Bolts and taken all the damage to the dome, but there was the potential for it to be useful later. I also should have responded to his Spell Sky by bolting him in the face. Well, I think so anyway. As it turns out, I instead decided to attack with my Mog Fanatic and then bolt to kill off the Spell Sky. This way I get all my damage in with my future burn spells and get the rather annoying spell set off the battlefield. Opponent doesn't seem to have much going on. I think cracking the fetch for the swamp, presumably to avoid taking 2 life from getting a Ravnica Jewel, has ended up costing him, as he's just drawn Gavany Townships and no white mana, so it's probably why he's not really do anything at this point in time. And there's a Rift Bolt which will wrap things up. We get set for 1, Rift Bolt in the face, and we could either sack our Mog Fanatic or play the Fork Bolt to finish our opponent off. So yeah, basically came down to the Eidolon forcing our opponent to crack a fetch for a basic. And he ended up mana screwed despite us giving him 2 of these lands from our Goblin Guide, and yeah, managed to wrap that one up pretty nicely. Going to game 2. Going to be on the draw here, and this is a nice hand. A lot of burn, a Grim Lavamancer, and a Destructive Revelry. Bringing in the Revelries over. Actually, no, I can't quite remember what we take out. Possibly Destructive Revelry for a couple of Destructive Revelries for I don't know, the artifact. Shrine of Burning Range, that's the one. So I'm not entirely sure if that's correct or not. The thing about Destructive Revelry is it doesn't really have any other targets than Pod, but I think it's probably worth it just to be able to blow up pods because they're just so powerful. It has a Spike Feeder to attack, and pods, putting away the Spike Feeder after game to play a Murderous Redcap and kill off our Grim Lavamancer. So that's not ideal, but we are going to be able to kill off the pod next turn, which turns off his engine a bit. And we're going to be able to hit him for 6 here with our suspended Rift Bolts, which is nice. So it puts him down to 12, we draw a Searing Blaze, which is good. But I think first things first, we've got to blow up this pod before he gains him any further advantages. There's an Archangel Buffoon, which is obviously pretty bad for us if he starts hitting with that. I mean, not only will it kill us, but we'll also be gaining life, which takes us further away from our eventual goal. So I decided that I'm going to have to use this Rift Bolt on the Archangel, because if I don't draw a burn spell that can kill off the Archangel, then we're not going to be able to win this one. So yeah, plan to Searing Blaze the Archangel. I actually do end up drawing a card that will kill off the Archangel, so going to be able to use that as well as Searing Blaze this turn. Put our opponent down to 3. Kill off the Bop. I mean, I could have got the red cap instead, but I prefer this. I mean, if he's got another Archangel in hand, he's going to have to find another land in order to cast it. Also, decided not to find a Ravnica Jewel. So he does have Marsh Flats, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to play anything. I get Thought Bolt. I didn't really want to Thought Bolt my opponent to the face. I didn't think that didn't seem like a great idea. I suppose it would have prevented him from being able to crack his fetch, which is one thing, but as it turns out, him cracking his fetch is quite good, as now we are set up for the win next turn if he doesn't have a way to make any discard this Thought Bolt or gain life this turn. He's going to tap for 2, pass the turn back to me, and I'm going to be able to Thought Bolt, and our opponent doesn't have anything, so we managed to take the win there. So yeah, that's the second time I've beaten Angel Pond, which seems pretty good. It's a very prominent deck in the format, so yeah, worked out pretty well.